West Bend with Red Planet Entertainment.
Okay, good deal. You've got this feature film that's going to be here on the silver screen tonight. Very well-known name in the Mississippi filmmaking community. Very exciting time here in Mississippi for filmmaking. What do you think it is that we need that will be the catalyst that will take us to that next level?
Yeah, I think it's a buy-in by everybody in the state on all fronts. I don't think it's us, Red Planet Entertainment, or me doing anything in particular, whatever. I think it's everybody in the state participating in what we're trying to do. It's the iBoxes, it's the Red Planets, it's the Jim Dollar Hides, it's the Philip Scarboroughs. It's everybody working together for a common goal. Everybody has to play in the sandbox right now. We don't have the big infrastructure, the big workforce that we can go out and try and do it all on our own. We have to have everybody being a part of it, and we started the Mississippi Production Group with that in mind, of being able to bring everybody in the community to come in and work in the film industry. This is a great new business in Mississippi, but it's not a new business. It's been here for a while, but we're trying to grow it and bring other industry parts of it in with the infrastructure, with the workforce training, to create a 5 or 6 deep work base so that we can bring the big multi-films into the state and things like that. It's working with Ward, working with Nina at the film office. They're they have the most, I don't know how to say, they're filmmakers that aren't making films, They've got the inevitable task of trying to be out there and bringing everything together to complete this industry and make it work. But at the same time, they're on the sidelines kind of watching us do what they really want to be doing. Ward's an actor, and yet he's running the state film office. Nina's a producer, and she's working at the film office. So they're seeing all these projects come, and they're not a part of those projects once they get here. They bring them here, and they disseminate them, get everybody in the community, and it all goes out. But they're not part of that after it takes place. They're an integral part, the key part of it, but they're not actually making the films. And I think, for them, that's got to be kind of hard.
Let me ask you this. As you know, the Mississippi legislature passed the tax rebate incentive, 25 to 30% cash rebate for filmmakers. How have you seen that impact filmmaking here in Mississippi?
I think it's really good. You have to have that. You have to be able to compete, and we do compete with Louisiana and Georgia dollar for dollar on real dollars. We're a little off, as our caps are in place. We have a 20 million year cap, an 8 million project spend, and a 1 million above the line person our salary spend. So to be able to bring in those big studio films, it doesn't work with those caps. I think we're okay with where we're at because we're not meeting those caps on the yearly spend of 20 and the 8 million per film, but I'd love to see them raise the million to 5 million, which would allow to bring in some bigger name actors, some bigger directors or whatever, to get that up a little bit. I think you can adjust what we have. I don't think you have to go unlimited or something like that, but I think that there needs to be some adjustments in them.
You're a big hitter when it comes to indie films, though.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of them.
Oh, I am. I think, indie films are great, and I think it's much better to have 15 $3 million films here in a year than one $45 or $50 million film, because then we can put the workforce in place. It's over a year's period. People can actually earn a living and work at it for a year. So I think that part of the equation is much better if we're doing the smaller films. I really believe that. I believe there's a market for that, and I believe that we're in a position to create that market and make it sustainable in Mississippi.
Let's talk about your film real quick.
Rides
of Spring. Don't you think it's a little ironic? It's the 13th year for the festival. It's Friday the 13th, and you're a horror film.
Yeah. Well, ours is kind of a unique horror film type deal. It's two genres that come together. It doesn't start out as a horror, and it's not a Friday the 13th or a Halloween type film. We're a kidnapping. If you think of Ransom with Mel Gibson, it's kidnapping that goes wrong. And, it's if you do bad things happen type moral to the story, if there is a moral to the story. But, I think it's got its place, and I think it plays well. I like it. Am I 100% satisfied? No. Yeah, I don't think I ever will be with anything, But I think it's creating where we want to be. We're getting close to where we need to be. We're getting ready for Rights 2 and gearing up for Open 24. Those are definitely on the horizon and not far away. We sold rights to IFC midnight for domestic distribution. Chinga for international distribution, and Mongrel for Canadian. So we sold our first film, you know, within a year of making it. So to me, that was a big deal.
Wes, I know you've got a big night ahead of you. I don't want to keep you, but I do want to give you the opportunity, because I could ask you a million questions, but I'm going to stop there. Anything that I didn't ask you want to share that you think is important?
You know, that right now, if you look at what's on either side of us in Louisiana and Georgia, we're in a unique position to draw from there. The best thing about the state is that there's an ongoing talent pool here that's ever growing. If you look at the writers and the directors and the singers and the actors and everybody that's come out of the state, we got a unique position here to be in, and I think if we all play together and work together and create something, that we can build something here that will be really nice, and I look forward to it.